That was pathetic.
Why you are wrong about Invasions. Don't get me wrong, Invasions is rubbish. It's not a great mode whatsoever. But whenever anyone talks about Invasions, they normally say it's boring, or it's lame, or it's lazy, or it's uninspired. And they don't really go into a lot of detail other than that. And while I'm not defending Invasions whatsoever, Invasions essentially is just the towers, or it's just arcade mode with just an extra layer of gimmick added onto it. It's just a grid, but it's essentially just arcade mode. But it's an arcade mode that you can stop whenever you like and come back to. Granted, a much longer, more drawn out, more a little bit more annoying arcade mode, but it's simply just arcade mode that you can save your progress and come back to later. So that's essentially all that Invasions mode really is. The towers is just Invasions without the walking in between. So I can understand why NetherRealm wanted to do, or why they may have thought Invasions would have been fun, because it gives you an extra layer of gameplay. Granted, the grid gameplay was not the best route to take. I mean, everyone knows the crypt from Mortal Kombat 11 was probably the creme de la creme. Something like Conquest mode in Deception, that would have been beautiful. And even if you wanted to do the fights in between and have it work like the crypt, where that's where you got all of your skins and things of that nature, they could have done that with a mode like that. Or, you know what, if you just wanted to give us chess combat again and have us earn rewards playing that, or Mortal Kombat, or anything else, I would have been down for that. So I get it, Invasions is not fun, but I don't think it's as horrible as everyone makes it out to be. Like I said, it's just arcade mode. You're just walking around and getting into fights. But it has bosses and stuff like that, so I don't know if it's fair to say that it's just absolute trash. I will say, though, the minigames in Invasion mode...
I almost lost Melina because of you.
Melina? Shouldn't you call her Empress?
Good question. I will say that I think that the minigames in Invasion mode need an overhaul. They don't seem... What is this? Use the element which brings life. Oh, yes, that's a nice little Easter egg.
Fight!
But yeah, the minigames, they could be fun, but I feel like they're not inspired enough, or they just feel like they're just put in as an afterthought, because messed up. But I feel like the minigames are just put in as an afterthought, because there isn't a lot of, it just feels like after you do it, it just ends very abruptly, rather. The minigames just end very abruptly, and I don't know, it just feels like they just put it in there because they had to put something in. And this Sub-Zero is annoying me with all this armor. Oh, mess dropped it. Ooh. Anyway, so yes, Invasions is terrible. I wouldn't be sad if Invasions went completely, like if they just took it out of the game. But at the same time, if they continue with Invasions, I think it's salvageable if they just put in some more love and some more effort into it, which I feel like that's just par for the course for this game, it seems. saw it. Oh, I didn't hit confirm that. Oh wow, that beats my projectile. This guy has armor for days. But I will say, stuff like this is probably the coolest part about... Oh, I think if I get behind him, I'll be okay. There we go. Oh. Oh! Oh, I forgot you can't block those. Alright. But despite Invasions being terrible, have you still played Invasions? Are you just doing it to get the skins and then you just drop it? Or is it something that's kind of fun to play every once in a while? I do think that that kind of Smash-like mechanic that they have in Invasions, oh wow, where you can charge a move, and I feel like only the computer can do it, but only the computer can do it, but I feel like that probably would be kind of cool to have as a regular mechanic in the game. Ooh. Okay. That was foolish. I've beaten this guy before, and I remember, so these stages are pretty easy. But I think maybe it comes to this part of the fight where he is just extremely annoying. Yeah, he has that armor. I forgot what I needed to do here. Oh, that's an instant kill, that's right. And it's only on the ground. Ooh! Ah. Excuse me. Oh, my life didn't return. Ooh! Oh, man. Oh! Ooh. So for that move, you cannot be on the ground at all. You instantly die. Oh boy. Looks like I'm about to die. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Ah. You can't block that. Okay. Oh. Does that connect? That does connect. Okay, I think we got to... I think this part of the fight is the hardest part. Oh, wait a second. Oh, how do I do this? There we go.
brutality. Tanya wins.
So, for example, this is what I'm talking about. This is such an abrupt end to this fight. There should have been like an animation that happened when I threw the water into him and he struggled to survive, kind of like Sub-Zero from the first movie. But instead it's just he gets frozen and you win, and it says brutality. So this is what I mean when I say it's just uninspired and they're not really putting as much effort into it. That would have been a really cool cinematic scene, but the fights itself are fun, even though they get repetitive. And like I said, it's so long, it's so many fights, but the concept, I think, is a good one, but just the execution is lacking. Anyway, let me know what you think about Invasions. Do you still play it? Do you stay away from it altogether? Do you only play it just to get the skins and then you're just out of there? Or are you one of the many who have left Mortal Kombat 1 altogether? Let me know, and until next time, don't get beat up out there.